Now we are at level 4, and at this point you are probably getting to the point that you have right at your disposal a whole bunch of things that are ready to roll. Stuff that, as I've put it, it's kind of like a macro when you play it. We don't have to think note to note about what's going on. We can just kind of lay in a thing and direct the action with our, is it our right brain? Whatever the creative brain is. Things are getting ever more interesting now that we get to this level. We're starting to get to some pretty sophisticated jazz stuff. And really the thrust of it is that we're getting to where, rather than just surfing the wave as it's given straight down, we're going to start, really taking advantage of the contours of it, and we're going to create more tension, which equals a more satisfying release. Maybe we're surfing sideways on the thing, we get in the tube, we squirt out of the tube, and we go the other way. This is the dynamic of jazz that makes it so fun to play and so fun to listen to. We're going to continue to evolve our technique. What we've been doing so far is kind of based on up and down the scale, although we're throwing a lot of new shapes in there too, but we're going to take our technique and evolve it into something where we start to see a whole array of different kinds of shapes, and we're using the scales, but we're breaking them up in really interesting ways, which is also really good for helping develop your fingering and your ability to think on the fly about getting your fingers in position to do whatever it is that you can hear. You'll notice that as we've been evolving with these lessons, more and more our exercises are improvised exercises. I've tried to design them right since the very first lesson so that you can play them on our play-along tracks and they sound like music. It's a musical experience, not just grinding through the exercises. The exercises at this point involve a fair amount of improvising. If you want, for example, we'll choose a new approach pattern every time we come to that spot in the exercise. The way that we're practicing our pentatonics, too, is something that sounds really like jazz. It's almost like the exercises can be directly imported into your lines, which is what we're after. We're really sounding like a pro with our soloing and our two-handed comping now. Our time continues to evolve. Our ear keeps getting better and better. We're starting to introduce these 5- and 6-note voicings that we recognize as jazz chords, for lack of a better way to put it. And we're going to discuss what the logic is behind them. Why would we put that there? Why does it sound cool? And so forth. So you're going to get a really solid theoretical underpinning about why that? And what is it about that thing that makes everybody love that, and they've loved it since Billy Strayhorn first put it, on Satin Doll. We're going to get in this level to the 1-6-2-5 progression, which is the master code of playing jazz tunes. If you can play on that in any key, you're pretty much good on any standard. And we're going to start working out on that. It covers all of the major chord types. So we're really hitting the gas here, and I'm eager to show you these things because this is really like when you get on the big roller coaster with the double loops. It's really the fun part, and I'll see you there.